Hey guys, today we are going to be doing a video or a review on this Hoover Rewind. I've had it for probably about 4 years now, and I don't think I've ever done on my old channel I did. I still have access to that channel. I might still post on it, but this is my new channel, Mason Bardo, because it's my real name. Now I suppose you guys are curious to know my middle name. It's Mason James Bardo. There, my full name. Now, I'm going to do a review on this vacuum. I also have these two here, just in case they can compare. Now, if you want to see the unboxing video of this Hoover Max Performance Pet, let me know down in the comments below. If you don't want to, then just say, don't worry about it, because otherwise I'll probably post it for no good reason, because you guys know me a little bit at least by now. So... Hoover Rewind. I've had this for about 4 years. I'll have to go back in my videos on my old channel, but it is a model. Oh yeah, I forgot the model numbers on the bottom. Suppose we can just get to that once we get to the bottom. It has 4 height adjustments. Damn, this thing collected a little bit of dust. 4 height adjustments, and you push down. Hard floor. Low, doesn't take any force at all. There's a little spring, and I actually like it because some vacuums actually will go all over the place when, you know, the vibration, like that Eureka Victory. Like, it'll spin around when you're using it. It still adjusts, but it'll really spin around while you're using it, and it'll go high, low. So basically, I like this because what you're doing is you're disengaging, or you're pushing down on the spring, which is making it so that there's a little notch. When it pops up, it pops into that notch. When you push it down, it's not in those notches anymore. There's 4 notches, obviously. So when I lift up, it's gonna pop into that notch. Now it's in the notch, and I can't move it. In the notch, in the notch. All right, here, there is a notch, so it's still disengaged. So, yeah. Now this one, okay, lowest setting, because hard floor on these is actually a little bit higher. I'll show you that. Lowest setting, you can see, okay, that's highest, lowest, high, low. And you can't see a change. This one's on the highest too. That's the only way you can get it to lift up. Guess what happens when you do this? Lowest setting, now your bristles are touching the carpet, and not only is that going to damage the bristles, but what if you're using the hose, and I suppose these do disengage, but still, that's not good for your bristles. Now this one, the whole hard floor mechanism is shot. It's gone. I got rid of it. I still have the hard floor mechanism, but I need to call Hoover and see if I can get a new base for this thing. I've only owned it for maybe about 2 years now, and that's ridiculous. The whole base is just crumbling. There's silicone here because a piece of plastic fell out right there. This doesn't hold on to anything anymore, so this vibrates a bunch while you're using it. And it sucks because I just got done polishing the bin and making it look really nice, and when I was in the process of doing a comparison between all 3 of these, this thing just broke. So, yeah. Yeah, let's review on this. So, yeah, 4 height adjustments. I like that it lifts up. No hard floor thing. One thing I wish they would have done is maybe just used like a little belt view at least, because there's no belt view. You can see the brush wheel spinning, but I would honestly rather have a belt view and the window kind of like this. But honestly, I don't like this because then it gets dusty right away. At least up here, it takes a while for it to get. I'll just put it right here, right on the motor mount. If you need to lift this thing out of the base, disconnect your belt and your plate. Disconnect your hose. It's easier just to disconnect it right here instead of down here, because then you have to get it into these little ridges, and it's really annoying. 2 screws. When you put it back together, put a little bit of oil where the motor rides on the base, so that it's not just grinding the plastic. Don't use grease, because that'll melt the plastic. You got your rewind. for being 4 years old. Still works just fine. You can see this window is also kind of beat up, but at least it lasted 4 years, not almost 2 years. Also, the bumper, there's these little rubber things that pop into the base. Now, that's kind of a design flaw in my opinion, because all the dirt is going to hit that rubber and eventually just start eroding the rubber. So now these don't pop into the base anymore, so it's actually just silicone adhesive on there. Same with this window, only one of the latches works, and I think it's this one over here, so I just use some silicone and some it's silicone adhesive mixed in together. And yeah, also there's a chip right there, so I just packed some silicone in there. Obviously this stuff pretty much just rolls off using your finger, so yeah. And it's cracked all over the place. Wherever you see those white lines, let me turn my flash on. Wherever you see white lines, like right there, that's where a crack is, and that's where the silicone went in. That's probably just for me smearing it. But yeah, it doesn't look totally perfect, but it's more functional that way, and dirt's not gonna spray out of here anymore. So yeah, I actually just siliconed this in. Yeah, again, not beautiful. The little spots that squeaked out over here turned out a lot better. Yeah, so obviously for people like Intelitech Studios, this is like probably one of the most beautiful vacuums ever. That's my ideal color scheme. I love red. It's like my favorite color, and I like orange too, but red's a little more above. And I also like grays. Like, I don't like blue that much, but I like the gray on this, so I made up for it. Yet again, the gray. So, and the blacks. It's got actually decent quality wheels on this. There's a little C-clip, and you can take these wheels off if you want. If you just drop some oil in there every once in a while, it'll be good. Not much back and forth wobble at all. That one needs some lubrication. This will get scratched up after years of use because this rubs on here when it's reclined. Same with there. Very comfortable pedal. It's easy to just do that, and you'll see that when I run it. Here's just a metal spring, compresses. Also, you could probably see some oil there. Also, I like to put a little oil where the metal meets with the plastic because it rubs on the plastic, and after a while of that, it will start causing damage. Also, the oil that I put on that metal, I smeared a little bit where the pedal goes into the plastic right there, because that's, yet again, just another spot for it to wear and crack. So, and then there's probably oil all over the place over here. Yeah, you could probably see a little bit in there. But I also put a little oil on these motor mounts on the inner side where it rubs on the motor housing, so that, yet again, it reclines smoothly and doesn't grind on the plastic. When I took it down to the motor, I resealed it with a silicone adhesive, so it's more durable. And it's practically a sealed system now, so, yeah. Over here you got your rewind, outlet thing. Now, if you wanted to, if you don't want to use your actual cord, if you were actually doing something like kind of like, heavy duty, you could literally just keep this right here and plug an extension cord in right there, and just not use your cord and keep that nice for residential use. So, yeah. It's a little dusty in here. I guess I never realized how bad that was, otherwise I would have cleaned it when I refurbished it. The hose, even after washing it, is still very yellowed and gross looking. These clear hoses do it. I mean, it's not nasty or anything. I mean, you can see in there, there's nothing gross in there, it's just yellowed. And I soaked it for like a week, maybe, and I kept changing the water that I put it in every day. And yeah, that kind of sucks. It looks really horrible. I mean, like this one, I've only been using for maybe a week now, and I'm probably gonna wash it today because it's already starting to look really horrible. And that's the mistake I made with this one. I should have been washing it like once a week. because I was so dead set on keeping it clean, but I was stupid and I didn't clean it very often, so, yeah. Okay, you get a crevice tool, an extension wand, dusting brush will go right here, but mine broke. It's one of the only things that's ever really broke on this machine, because this is fixable. That's not really that fixable. And then you also get a turbo brush. I've barely ever cleaned mine before. I mean, I've cleaned it like once or twice. Also, keep your bushings and stuff in there oiled or greased. Same with the brush roll. Keep that oiled. I'm telling you, it'll make it run or perform a lot smoother. Let's get the hose out. You just press this. Pops out. There's a little seal in there. Switch right there. I just defogged the brush roll window a little bit, and I also defogged the bin a little bit yet again. I wasn't gonna go through the hell of taking it apart. You have to take apart so much just to get that clean in there, and I just wasn't gonna worry about it. Clean the seal, clean that seal. But you got a nice rubber seal here. You can actually pop off and clean back in there if you really wanted to. It does come off. Normally there would be another foam filter under there. I just, didn't really need it in there. Take these two screws out and this will pop off. There is ways to clean out your rewind if you want that dust back there to be gone. Like I do, but I just don't feel like doing it. Don't worry about lubricating that, because all it really is this clips up together. So I tried fixing the system check with some oil, and that didn't seem to help. So that kind of sucks, but yeah. I literally took the whole system check thing apart and put some oil in it. And, well, kind of sucks because I really wanted this system check to work. And I was hoping that it was just, the cracks and stuff, but I thought, or the unevenness of it, because it's all dented and stuff. And I thought putting some oil in there would make it move to work a little bit at least. And no, it doesn't work at all. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. I only have this paper towel in here, so like the oil dripping. Because I didn't think about it at first when I was testing it. It pulled a bunch of oil from in here and got it into this filter. But I think I dabbed most of it up. Still gonna keep this here in here. This is your filter. This whole cyclone assembly was washed. It's just water doesn't always get rid of everything. That was polished or defogged, whatever you want to call it. You can actually take this little ring off of here and get those screws out and take it apart even better. This seal fell off and it kept falling off, so I also used some silicone to hold that on. Because silicone will come off. If you need to take something off and it's siliconed on, it will come off. But stuff like super glue probably would too, but it wouldn't hold for very long, so kind of gotta, work with certain things. So, yeah. It kind of seems that this cyclone assembly isn't the best, but I would actually say that it's better than this one. I think it has something to do with having these holes like that. This one, they're just drilled right on in there. Same with that one. And this one's like angled, and with the newer body style, which is this body style, the more rounded trim right here look. This was the older sharp body style. Oops, the sharp body style. And yeah, they kind of did away with this body style back in, that would have been 2018. They changed it, I believe, because this is a 2017 model, I think. But yeah, that's that filter in Cyclone. And then HEPA filters right here. Normally this would be packed with paper. It would look something like this. and there would be mesh right here. When I first got this thing, the mesh clogged up right away, and I cut that out, left the paper for a while. But then when I just recently refurbished this, I got rid of all the paper because it was just cutting off airflow, and it was not performing that well anymore. Well, it was, but you could definitely tell that this was cutting off airflow. And this one I'm probably going to do something similar with. I just put this in here to do something, I think. I hope it's doing something. But yeah. You can tell this one's just as clogged up. I mean, like, that's supposed to be white, not gray, whatever color you want to call this. You can actually see how easy this is to pull out. This is actually a lot easier than that one was, so I might as well just do it. Wonder if I can manage to leave that mesh right there. This one didn't have that mesh, but if I can leave it on here, I won't have to try doing something like this. I'll actually leave the paper, try leaving some of the paper on the sides to try to hold that mesh in. Yeah, this thing's already falling apart, so there's no point in trying to make this filter work. Yeah, look how filthy this is. That's gross. But that's why they're there, is to catch this dust, and I just don't care. My family doesn't have the worst allergies. And I managed to leave the mesh. I mean, it's falling down in some spots, but this is the one I've been using. You know, the moment I realize this thing's just gonna fall apart, I might as well get my use out of it. I probably will be, what I'm probably going to do, since the rest of it's fine, is I'm just going to find a base that doesn't even have a hard floor thing, like something like this, a base like this, and they're the same exact thing, and I could literally just plop this right on. The only thing that I'll probably have to do is probably cut out a little thing right here for the lump that this has, but, you know, we'll have to see. Yeah, so, all this paper we just cut out there. This room is a mess right now. My sister's working on her room, and all of her stuff's in here. Where's my little cordless vacuum? Right here. No. Battery on it. Pretty impressed with these Hart tools, actually. Got a nice set, actually, for like $150. Sorry. Figured I might as well do that real quick. And I just wanted to suck up any loose paper and dust, because now this thing's making a mess. Clogged up with dust. But yeah, I just don't want to get this thing dirty quite yet. I don't even know if I'm going to vacuum at the end of the video. We'll see. I spent like a week working on this thing, which is a lot of time. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to leave that mesh there. Probably gonna spray paper all over the place, any of the loose paper out these holes, because I don't have the foam in there anymore either. And this one never did have foam. But yeah, so that's that. And then if you look underneath, there would normally be a system check indicator, decent handle. Rewind things right here. Actually, reasonable quality. There's just a little. I don't actually. I think that might actually be a metal spring. Yeah, it is. But this is plastic. This should be something metal or aluminum or something. So underneath here, you've got your adjustment wheels. Yeah, I recommend you don't take apart the height adjustment system. I did, and I completely regret it. It works even better now because I lubricated it. I'm like, you know, how hard this was to put back together. I might as well lubricate everything. And it really sucked to put back together. Yeah, so 5 years of use is eventually going to do this. I promise you, you can baby the hell out of this thing, and unless you tape or clear coat or put rhino liner on the bottom of this thing, this is going to happen. Even if you only use it on carpet, it's just bound to happen. It's got really cheesy bristles for whatever reason, so keep that in mind. If you find one of these, they do sell these at Big Lots. So if you live in a place with Big Lots, you want to be aware of that. They do not sell this in most places. They sell this older model at Big Lots. They do not sell the newer body style at Big Lots, but they do sell the newer body style everywhere else, and don't sell this body style everywhere else, if that makes any sense. My sister put a frozen sticker on there a while back. Flip it over. Oh, ow. I don't even know what this, probably like a scanning mode or something, I don't know. So it's just a model, okay. Yep, so this is a 2017 model, which makes sense. And I would think this one was like a 2019 or 2018. 2018. And this one, I think is also 2020. So this one's fairly new. But yeah, so this one does not have any type of wind tunnel technology, really. This one's got wind tunnel 2 technology, which if you go back on my old channel, I did a funky review on this one once. And this one has wind tunnel 3 technology. Nothing beats that when it comes to how they distribute the airflow with that. You have airflow over here, which is a hard thing to get on these things. I've tested it before. You don't even see a line over here. And so that's kind of cool. And they put the belt far back enough to the point where you can get airflow in front of the belt too, which is also really nice. So they make this airflow go all over. Yeah, this one's got wind tunnel 2 technology, and there's just a couple little ridges behind the brush roll. A little better than this, but not by much. Yeah! Right downstairs. But, so that was the end of the review anyways. But you got your cheesy bristles, and, yeah. About that. Mom's just got mom's for you. Okay. So, now, tip it back up. Now, you can just listen. Since I've lubricated it, no, I'll show you when I have it lubricated. So I've never really taken the space off before. I would hope you guys can hear the difference. Or this one, which I've also never taken anything apart on this before. Slide away from me. this one actually sounds fine. So this one could just have maybe some prelude that they put on there. Maybe this one did too, because I don't remember it being that bad at first. This one was always kind of grungy, but now it's okay. But yeah, you can probably see the silicone that I beaded. It's a nice, cute little bead. Yeah. Let me shove this under here for now. Hide it. So I'll give this thing a run for you guys. I don't want to get too dirty, so it sounds super healthy now. Forgot to mention 12 amps. No funky handle like this. I'm assuming this is for when you're carrying it, so that your hand doesn't fall off. Though there is a little lip on this one. So, even after vacuuming with the Max 3, because I didn't want this to get dirty yet, it still managed to pick something up. Of course, my luck. All right. Hopefully, okay, good. Fuck it, kind of did. Where's the oil? No, actually, I mean, it pulled a little bit out of there, but not too bad. Remember this thing was so hard on and off this cap, and now it's like easy as long as you have both hands. Yeah, guys can tell it sounds better. It was actually starting to get kind of loud. And that was just because the fan blades were caked with dust. Bearings are fine on this. There we are. 3 new Hoovers. This one, the fail on that one is the base. This one, the fail is that there's no belt view, and the hose is kind of pathetic for this price range. It's $80. The Bissell's at the time in the same price had better hoses. It should at least have this hose. The same hose. But yeah, so that's the only thing I've really been disappointed in. This one, my my only problem is the flex in the handle. I mean, like, the base is indeed on the ground. The rear wheels are on the ground. Like, you can't even pick up the base without it flexing like crazy. And it's flexing the whole upper half. And I'm, like, not even trying. So, keep that in mind. This is a Home Depot special, I think. I don't know if they sell that anywhere else, actually. I know they sell the Hoover Max Performance, or Hoover High Performance, which is like red. I got this because our cats shed like crazy. And I've never actually tried a pet vacuum, you know, honestly. I've never really seen the difference with our cats, you know. These both perform just fine, but I have noticed a difference. Recently, this thing really does just peel pet hair off the carpet. Those ones kind of like smear it for a little bit until they pick it up. You can see this one just peels all kinds of pet hair, and I shed, you know, my hair falls off. You guys never actually see my hair very well. Here it is. It's pretty long. It's actually like pretty, I don't know if you guys can see, pretty long. So yeah. I try to keep it in shape, but there's tangles all over the place, and sometimes I'll just be doing this, and I'll get a knot, and I'm like, oh, I gotta pull it out, and I'll get a clump of hair, and I'll just toss it on the floor. So, yeah, this is usually covered mostly in my hair. I mean, there's pet hair on my shirt also. Pet hair is also a problem. You know, I also vacuum off my mattress here every once in a while, and I keep it clean. And that's where most of that pet hair came from, is my sheets. Ugh. So, yeah. Vacuum your bed. If you're not gonna do it, like, a lot of people do their bedding every day. Like, can you imagine? I can't do my bedding every day. Hell no. I cannot do my bedding every day. That is just too much. Every day? More like maybe once a month? If I'm lucky. So, I shower every day, but I do not do my bedding every day. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. But hope you guys enjoyed this review, and stay tuned for more.